We've got a knife giveaway this week. All right, so here we go. And those of you who followed directions, we're fixing to find out who won. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here. So happy Thanksgiving. Around here, we have so many things to be thankful for. Our health, our families, and you guys. Also, neighbor dogs barking right when we start making a video. But we are very, very thankful here. We are blessed over here at Rewild Outdoors. And today, I know that everybody has filled up on turkey. And I thought that over the weekend, there are a lot of folks that are going to be heading out to do some camping. And I wanted to show you just a really low budget way to use up some of that leftover turkey meat, if you have any. And do it in a way that's a little bit lighter than making sandwiches. Might be a little more interesting and a little more fun to do. So today we're going to make some leftover turkey soup. Unfortunately here we have a burn ban right now because of our drought. It is so dry right now. So we won't be building a fire today. We're going to be using my little Fire Maple Saturn stove. I do have my tiny little, I think this is a 2-quart Dutch oven by Stansport. If you're interested in this, I'll see if I can find a link for it. I really like this thing. I know there are differing opinion on the Stansport ones, but I've had really good luck with it. I really like it, and it's perfect size for me and Sarah. And so today we're going to make a little soup in this, and it'll be some leftover turkey soup. So we'll go ahead and get started, and it doesn't take much because everything's already cooked pretty much. But we're going to use a can of veg oil, so you will have to cook that through. But other than that, everything else is really already cooked. We just have to combine it together and warm it up. So check this pack out that I found. So I'm a marketplace guy, and I constantly look on there for gear, for packs, things like that, because you can never have too many packs. And I stumbled across this pack, and this is a brand new Duluth pack. It's a canvas pack. It still had the tags on it. And for those of you who know, Duluth they're very, very expensive packs. So I've had my eye on one of these for a while. I've really wanted one, and this was a killer deal. I had to drive a little ways to get it, but not bad. All told, I've got $70 wrapped up in this pack. $50 for the pack and $20 for gas. It's got a big pocket on this side right here. It's got the big dump pocket in the middle here. Really, really nice leather strapping, and it has all the rivets holding it on. The thing never was used. It was only ever hanging in a closet, that's all. So all the straps are all brand new. I mean, the thing I think is about 10 years old, or 12 years old maybe, but it's never done anything but hang in a closet, and everything is still in really good shape. It could use a cleaning. It's got some cat hair and stuff on it, but it's got a zipper on the inside there for a map pocket. I mean, it's a really nice made in America, made in the USA Duluth pack. On this side, it has 2 pockets on this side. Really, really nice pack. So I'm so excited about that. I just wanted to show that to you and kind of show it off a little bit. Now let's go ahead and get into making what we're here to make. All right. We got to get some supplies out of here. First off, we got a bag of turkey meat, a can of the home style veg oil. This has the larger cuts in there. It does have celery in it, which is something I wanted for this. We have some chicken broth, but if you have a leftover turkey carcass, you can make your own broth. That would be cool, but this is going to be something that we could do in camp really easy. So with leftovers is what we're planning on. So then I brought a pack of turkey gravy mix that we're going to put in there. So very, very simple to make. I'll go ahead and get my stove set up real quick, and then we'll throw this stuff together and get to cooking. We're gonna go ahead and get this fire going. Let's see, which leg is it on? It's on this one right here. All right. Let's get us some fire going here. I've already got the veg all opened up. And so we'll go ahead and add this in here. This is that home style veg all I was telling you about. It has chunks of potato, carrot, green peas, celery, and some little onions in it. So it is perfect for what we need here. We're gonna go ahead and get that starting to heat up, and we'll go ahead and add some of this broth in here. Now, like I said, if you wanted to be fancy, you could make your own stock, but for just a camping trip, this is gonna work out just fine. So we're gonna add some of this chicken stock or chicken broth in here. Now we want to make sure that I've got enough room for the meat to go in there. So once this starts getting warmed up a little bit, we're gonna add some of this turkey gravy mix in here. So that's gonna give us that little bit of gravy taste, plus it'll thicken this up a little bit and make it a little more hearty. And then we also have some leftover white rice that we're gonna add in there. You could add some noodles in there if you wanted to, but we've got the little bit of gravy, some white rice, and then some leftover turkey meat. It's gonna make a really good dinner, and it's gonna be super simple. So this will feed, we're making enough to feed 2 people, but you guys will, can go through and add the amounts that you want. I'm not giving amounts. We're just gonna make this with the ingredients, and you can just make everything to taste. I'm not giving you a recipe so much as an idea. And this would make a really good camp meal. So just something to think about, something different you could do with your turkey leftovers this year. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this lid on there. This is starting to heat up a little bit, so I'm gonna stir it just a little bit. Make sure nothing's burning to the bottom. Okay, so now that this thing is starting to get warm, I'm gonna add just a little bit of this gravy packet to it. And that'll thicken it up some. That'll give us a little bit of that gravy flavoring. And we can add a little more of that in a minute if we want. Oh yeah, that's already starting to look good, and I haven't even hardly done anything yet. Yeah. All right, we're gonna close it back up and let it get good and hot. It's definitely starting to warm up. Alright. Make sure it doesn't have a bunch of real big chunks in it. Oh gonna be good. All right, so we're gonna let that get good and hot, and we'll let it simmer for just a few minutes and get all melded together, and that is gonna be tasty. Okay, so full disclosure, we don't ever really have leftover turkey. So we actually, every year, try to get a second turkey, and eventually we'll make a second turkey so we'll have leftovers, because turkey goes so fast that we don't really have leftovers, but that's okay. We like turkey leftovers, so that's why we end up doing a second bird. But yeah, this is looking really good. The color of it looks really good with that gravy in there, and it's starting to thicken up just a little bit. So this is actually more of like what me and Sarah call a stoop. So I'll make stoop, vegetable beef stoop. It's like I'll almost stew the beef and then add all the vegetables, like the soup vegetables, in there with it. And then we'll put the broth in there to make a soup out of it. And it's just a little thicker than regular soup, so we call it stoop. But that's almost what this is, like a vegetable turkey stoop. But it always turns out really good. It's very, very hearty. Unfortunately, it's not super cool right now. I wish it was, but it still feels pretty nice out here. And I wish that we could get some rain. We really need some. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this get, it's almost there to, it's starting to simmer right now. Now that I've got it where it's gonna start simmering, I'm gonna just cut my fire down and let it simmer for a while and really get all those juices and stuff, all those flavors and stuff melded together. And then here in just a few minutes, we'll salt and pepper it to taste, and I'll add some of that rice to it, and we'll be done. I've got something else too that I'll show you in just a few minutes if you wanted to bump it up just one more notch. So, all right, so this thing has simmered for a good while now, and let's give it a taste real quick. It is hot. Okay. I think it needs a little salt and pepper. Now, excuse the cat who has decided to come up here and meow because it thinks it needs to be fed anytime someone walks outside. All right, here's some salt. Add a little pepper. Mix that in real good. Now the more, you know how it works, how cooking works. The more it simmers down, the stronger the flavors will get, so I don't want to oversalt it. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Now if you had some leftover ham or something like that, you could add that to this, and that would be really good too. And that would also help with the salt, so you wouldn't have to put so much salt in it. But the ham would be really good as well. I'm gonna let this simmer down just a little more, and then we'll add the rice to it. All right, man, this thing is looking so good. I think we're about to the point where I'm gonna add me some rice in here. I don't want it to thicken up too much. I do have some leftover broth I can put in it if I need to thin it back out some. Actually, I don't want to stick my spoon in there. We're not going to put a whole ton of rice in here, just a little bit. add just a little something to it, you know. Oh yeah. Man, that is looking so good. So those of you who watched last week's live stream will know that we've got a knife giveaway this week. So for all the people who watched that live stream and typed "I'm in" the comments, we're fixing to pick a winner. So let's go ahead and pull up our random comment picker and find out who won the Rosecraft Blades knife. All right, so here we go. Let's put in our... All right, so that's the video. Now down here, we're going to do number of winners 1. We're going to go advanced, type in "I'm in." And those of you who followed directions, we're fixing to find out who won. Looks like S139TH. That's Mr. Carl Smith. S139TH. All right, Carl, so you won yourself a really, really cool Rosecraft Blades knife. I'll get your information from you. I'll get this thing sent out to you ASAP. Congratulations. All right, guys, so I gave it a little taste. It tastes really good. And it's just salty enough where if you needed it a little saltier, you could salt it to taste. But this is a really, really good little recipe to make for a simple camp dinner with your leftover turkey. And like I said, it's super hearty. It's going to stick to your ribs. But if you wanted to bump it up just a little bit and make it a little more Thanksgiving-y, you could reach into your cornbread pocket on your pack. Your pack didn't come with a cornbread pocket? Mine did. So, made some little hoe cakes of cornbread. You could crumble this up on top of your soup, or you could reach into your cranberry jelly pocket on your pack. You didn't get one of those either? Okay, well, you could reach into your cranberry jelly pocket and pull out some cranberry jelly. And you could take some cranberry jelly and put it on top of your cornbread here, like that. Look at that right there. And then you could get you a little bit of your soup, like that. That's a second Thanksgiving. That's delicious. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up. It's going to rain. Another thing to be thankful for. So I said we need some rain, and we're fixing to get it. That's going to wrap up this year's Thanksgiving video before it starts to rain. We're so thankful for you guys. I know this video was short and sweet, but if you enjoyed it, give it that big thumbs up for me if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button down there and ring that notification bell so you get notified next time we put out a video. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. I appreciate you guys watching. We're so thankful for you. I'll see you next week.